I am the founder and CEO of MeBe. I developed a product called Elsie Holistic Body Rub. And how I developed it, my grandmother, she had what you call it, arthritis in the back, in the spine. She suffered from diabetes. She had shingles. And she used to use all these different ointments for different areas. So me and her talking, I have nose cartilage in my knees, I have four herniated discs, I was in an accident, so I'm on disability. So we both always talking about aching and pain. So we're trying to find something that can do everything, but not so many different products. So I decided to do a little research, and these ingredients right here, like vitamin E does something, and then ethanol does another thing, and then the rosemary does, and then the witch hazel, they all have different type of, what do you call it, ailments that it can cure or hurt or help, excuse me. So now, how can I integrate it all into one? That was the challenge. So what I did is that I just did a lot of trial and error. And one thing I used to bother me, especially with Tiger Balm and Bengay and all these things, they always irritate the skin if you use it too much. So I said, what I can put, you can put on, but you can constantly put on and it won't irritate it. So I found out when one day I was using this African shea butter lotion, which was very nice and very smooth. So I kind of finally put it together, and I kind of mixed it with this in some way by trying to, it gelled well. It went together and it was nice, and me and my grandmother were using it, we're praising it, we're having a whole good old time. So now, every time somebody would run up to me and say, Anthony, oh, I'm aching, I wasn't thinking about selling this in the beginning. So I just giving, oh, here, try this, it's good. Oh, try this is good. But next thing I know, people are coming back and say, oh, this is good, they did this. One guy said, oh, I put it on my knees, it was great. One guy said, my hand was sort of pulling, it went down. I said, it's kind of interesting. I said, and it's all these different things. One guy said, oh, I had a headache, and I rubbed it on. I said, headache? Now here's the one that was one guy told me, it's like, well, I had cramps. And I put it on, the cramp went away. Now I haven't heard none of these other products that do that. So from experience myself, one day I was catching the cramp, and I went and put it on, the cramp went away. Ooh. The light bulb went up. So now I'm at work, because I was still working at the time, and I went and I asked a young lady, because now I'm thinking, I said, can you do me a favor? I know sometimes you ladies have this type of months and you have these kind of cramps. Can you see if it works? She took it home. When she came back, she was amazed. So man, I put it on it for hours, it went away. And one thing about this product I have is it's no cure. It's not going to say, you put it on, next thing you know, you're well. What it does, I always believe, when people are in constant pain, it brings depression. If you can get a few hours of relief, you'd be surprised how that can just make you feel. But I found that it does more than that, because whatever I put together, do a high entity, whatever it is, it just like it works. So I said, you know what? All these different places, I can use it. I can use it in a sport therapist, because see, these guys here, all the athlete, collegiate and professional, they ache, they pain, they sprain their ankles. And I found out also that it helps with the recovery of your muscle. I had a guy who was a contractor, he came down, he was doing my basement, he told me, oh yeah, I lift weights and he said, I was so sore. I said, well, here, try this. That was the time I was still giving it away. He came next day and said, oh my God, man, I feel good, I'm back in the gym. So that's recovery time. So this will help a lot, especially sports. You got this big athlete, he's money, you want him back on the field. It might take him 2 weeks to recover, one it takes a week and a half. That's a big difference. You can get him back. The same thing with the colleges. So now you got chiropractors. Because I have four herniated discs in my back, and I have my back rub, it helps loosen it up, and it feels, I can get through the day. So maybe chiropractors can do it. And like I said, now athletes, people who do high activities, runners, joggers, people play sports all the time. These people are always ailing, so they can have a chance to use this product. Okay, now what I did, I went out and said, when we came in, I went out to go outside to find out how this product, what the customers would do. Now I'm a veteran, so I can get the vendor's license for very cheap. So I said, well, if I can get a vendor's license, then I can actually, because my thing now is getting demand. I already know it works, so that's not the question anymore, is to let people know it works. So I was asking people, and I went to like Simpson Street, a few people, 149th Street, on 3rd Avenue, Fordham Road. So the people with the pain, 88% of them said they get relief over the counter. Advil, Bengay, whatever it is. Now the ones I asked, I said, if you can get a product that has natural relief with little or no side effects, because also going through this whole process, what I was telling you, nobody ever came back and said, well, it did this or it did that. I'm not saying it don't, but as far as, and I've been doing this for years, nobody has said it. So I always say maybe it's little, that's why I say little side effects. But 80% of them say they will buy it, and 62% of them say they will pay the same, 38% say they will pay more. So now I said, this might be good. So now you have currently the price of the products of Bengay and Icy Hot and Tiger Balm, I have an 8-ounce bottle that by volume is about half the price what you pay for them. Tiger Balm is 1.7 and it costs $15. So, my challenges is the way it is. And right now, because of my idea and put it together, I got to start protecting the idea and the way I put it together. So I got to get a patent for it. And then I have to get, this has the potential to blow, especially if the demand comes quick. So I got to get ready for the packaging and all the other stuff for the products. Now I have this last thing. Okay, I went to my sensei. What I also trained, and how I train with him. How I train with him is that I pay him my lotion to train. He had a hip replacement, and he swears by it. He uses it on a regular basis. So he's going to tell you a little something about the product.
And after a nice shower or a nice bath, it really makes you smell good. As a matter of fact, I asked my wife how did I smell after I put it on. She said, you smell like you had soap. And that was, to me, that was a great thing. So if anyone that's listening to me, this product definitely works. Again, like I said, I'm a martial artist, and we need stuff for our back. We need stuff for our knees, feet, our arms, and we also need it just for our whole body, so that our bodies won't be so sore and stiff after our training because of the contact. It is an excellent product for all athletes, for all people that are active in sports and athletics.
One question: if you have a chance to invest, would you invest into the product?
Oh, definitely. I've invested.
Yes.
Anthony, he's on our board, and then whenever we have an event, we ask Anthony to come out and to display his products, and also we're in the process of putting some money together to invest in the product because it's so good and it works. I'm not just saying it because of Anthony. I'm saying it because it works, because I used it and experienced it, and I need something or some kind of liniment or product to help me to be able to function at my age. I'm 63, going to be 64 in a few weeks.
And one last question. Is it safe enough to have the kids use it?
Yes, it's definitely safe enough for children. If children have aches and pains or any kind of injury, it'll really make them feel good. Even if they got them rubbed down after they take a bath at night, it'll help them sleep well because it relaxes you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Anthony.
All right, listen. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, I'll go. I think, first of all, it's super cool to see your passion for coming up with this, because this is you finding a solution for a problem you had, and that's, I don't know, the coolest thing of this whole process. I know you talked about marketing this to Dwayne Reed and these other larger corporations.
Mm-hmm.
What is the formal process for that? Do you have to have a certain amount of testing done? Do you have to have a brand name already in place?
Yes, you have to test it, that's what I would do, and plus to demand, because I asked them, I can put on a shelf, but they don't know who Elsie is, they're not going to buy it.
Okay.
So the process first is go to these sports places and get out to the public, website, whatever, so it can start getting a name.
Okay.
And once you get a name, everything is about money. When you start showing numbers, then we can talk some business. So that's what we do, but it's definitely testing.
Okay.
You know, the clinical testing, because regular testing, but word of mouth work, the clinical one, they're going to definitely do that.
And the anecdotal evidence sounds fantastic. Like, people really like listening to things. So I guess that would be my largest question: is how would you go about getting a formal background for this to approach these corporations?
I've got a question. So essentially you just trial and error mix those essential ingredients with shea butter, did you say, to get the product? Can you get a patent on that? It sounds to me that it's Have you looked into applying for the patent?
This is what I'm doing right now, because I was a little concerned with FDA, but I look, Tiger Balm, they're not FDA approved, so and it's not as strong as that, so it can be done. You know, so that's got to look more on how it's going to patent.
It's 10 minutes. Okay. Way to go.